Therefore, I'm here to announce that the new force plans going forward is to run as an independent candidate for this year, 2024. We believe that if we have to wait for 3 months and we're guaranteed to still get this license, we wouldn't have 2 months to even campaign or market for this party.
Ghcelebs TV, so on this particular video you be like my now if you want to subscribe to your YouTube channel no and your first time so now don't start a hit notification so fair am I we are now I share video no so am not to front so am I abusan for ye be kai last week mo na picture bi air trendy e fa na kwa me bi akọ Cheddar ho na picture na air trend na ye hwe picture na ya dey say na kwa me bi akọ ni picture na edi kan ba first ana se obi edi mask akata nanim no sa picture na air trend na this time na enye ono nkwa na air trend na sa picture no nkronkro 6 ana chese na e ka no ho a chese na air trend e wo media nso ntina bebre na e dwen ho say nti Cheddar yi e ade say the big says now mobile API mu e na wo pese wo san so di the big says ni ba na ase dan abusan for anso wa enre ya na chese na picture bi so ana video bi so e twagu e media ni so e fa na kwa media akon ehun efa ne running mate no sensem ye na busan for bongo ideas any posti e woni page ana all kire se ideas na kwa media akon wotete se allegedly se oba abeyi Kwame Nkrumah ba Samia Nkrumah ana se oba abeyi no as ne running mate na busan for ene Cheddar hodi press conference na se no ana se ne oba be pa the big six no waba be pom ho ntuma ena te se enya no kwa na se o kan ye o san se say afidi o call for independence na te se yato no so aba nti ene Cheddar aba be dance o call for independence o we o san so apa the big six ehun nti enya no kwa na o san so kan ye o san so de ne policies a te se o motuma na policies a o de ba nyina no o church policies mu kwa fa so be bo the youth no o church sa policies ni nyina nti yen kwa na te se nkotie press conference a ene na kwa media ko ehodi ye with the press and it's a questions on me say bisa na o yi ni nyina no and the policies are or the two jan yen kwana chise nkotie Cheddar ne no asem ne bimbra.
So this morning I decided to hold a press conference with all the media platforms so my voice can be out. First of all, it's concerning my registration process and the irregularities. So I'd like to share with you that here is a certificate for registration for a party, but it is a provisional certificate. On the 12th of September 2023, we submitted all the forms and the requirements that is needed for a citizen of this country to form a party, so we can also become a part of our national government and contribute to the development of this country. As per the EC's own constitution, an application should receive a response not later than 7 days upon the application. There was a banker's draft that was also released and cashed. But that 7 days came after 12 September, and this certificate never showed up. We wrote a letter to follow up. And then on, we still did not get the response. On the 30th of May, after 6-7 months, we got a call saying that the application would be ready. And I think sometime in June, finally, the application, the certificate, which is provisional, was ready. Now here's the problem. If you get this certificate, you have to go through a gazetting system. You will be vetted by the EC. And it will take 3 months. So after the 3 months, before they decide to give you the license, in this case, we were prepared with our movement company as well, just in case we were delayed. That's exactly what has happened. After 8 months of putting this registration through, we received a provisional license after 8 months, which makes it very difficult for us to risk another 3 months of getting the actual license before we can proceed as a party. Completely makes it impossible for the new force. And therefore, I'm here to announce that the new force plans going forward is to run as an independent candidate for this year, 2024. We believe that if we have to wait for 3 months and we're guaranteed to still get this license, we wouldn't have 2 months to even campaign or market for this party. I want to assure Ghanaians for one thing, I will keep on proceeding for this party after this elections. At this very point, the new force, ourselves, the team, and all the people that have been a part of this believe that is a great idea for us to go ahead with the independent candidates. Now, in the past, I know that a lot of people haven't been successful being independent. But the one thing that freed Ghana from the imperialists is independence. That's how we started. So the one thing that I believe would relieve Ghana from our political principles, which is undermining the nation's development and the country's development, is independence. Today, I courageously stand here and say that I would be able to get onto the ballot based on us serving or submitting the right requirements by EC, and we will make a big difference. We would make history in this very coming election. Thank you. Now I'd like to share the plans with you. In light of the obstacle we're facing with our party registration, I'm announcing my intention to run as independent candidate in the up-and-coming elections. The fight is personal to me, but my neck is out for you. I have lived the struggles of everyday Ghanaians. I have felt the weight of poverty and the sting of limited opportunities. This is not just a campaign. It is a revolution for a prosperous Ghana. Running as an independent allows me to continue on my mission of bringing economic freedom. I like to repeat this word. This gives me the opportunity to bring you the economic freedom. What does this entail? 3 things, and I want to align that with you. Equity, equality, and empowerment to all Ghanaians without being hindered by bureaucratic roadblocks. Our movement is about unleashing the immense minerals and human wealth of our nation. We will no longer be held back by outdated systems or entrenched interests. We are building a movement out of the moment, and that will fundamentally transform Ghana, instilling in every Ghanaian a great mindset of democracy, ambition, and entrepreneurship. I'm here to join you so we can build our personality and build a new mentality. My commitment to the people of Ghana remains unwavering. I will fight relentlessly for our shared vision of a prosperous, united, and empowered nation, regardless of the challenges we face. This move is not about me. It's about ensuring that the voices of Ghanaians are heard and represented in our government. We will not be silent. We will not be stopped. This is my small speech to let you know and to assure you that I took this decision not because I just want to be a part of whatever that is existing in this country, but I took this decision because I want to be courageous enough to stand with you for our voices to be accepted, for us to be a part and the power that governs us. We need to be the ones who will be responsible for the leaders that we choose in this country. And for that note, I ask you to stand with me throughout the struggles. We have 5 months left. 5 months can make a huge difference. 5 months can be the new change, a new reformative, redemptive revolution that would change our political principles and move away to foreign influence, which is undermining our national governance. The future. The future should not be dependent on us. The future should be prepared for our children. For the ones who are coming are the ones that we need to prepare Ghana as a new Ghana for them. Whatever we have been through, these mistakes, we should learn from it. These lessons, we should grow from it. But just to remind Ghanaians that a first mistake is a mistake, but the second one is a decision. And our decision has to be right to help this nation. Thank you. Now on this note, I come back to the same fight that I've been fighting. I am calling for a continuous vote registration for this country. Now we should take this very serious. Picture a young man who is 18 years old, starting university today, but don't get the chance to learn about democracy. They're not educated. They actually go to university before they are either hired by a politician, built by a politician, and by the time they're 22, that's when they get their first right to vote. And it will take them to be 25 before they get their first job. When you look at the Western world, there are people who are 14 years old and 15 years old, and they already have working experience. By the time they're 16, they start to educate them about human rights, democratic rights. If we don't train, build, and develop our children with this education, then what will happen is that they will be exported from this country. And as you already seen, we have a lot of people graduating from universities. We have over 50 universities in this country, private and government. However, when people are 22, 23, they are all going out of this country. And you can witness the numbers. This year, we've had over 700,000 youth traveling, leaving this country. Why? Because there's no hope, there's no future, and there are no jobs. Now, I'd like to explain to Ghanaians what this is. It's called exporting skills and talent. When you let people export your talent from your country and your skills, you are losing to the other part of the world. So, at this very moment, I want Ghanaians to picture the Ghana we're living in. There are a lot of foreign entities in this country who are extracting our minerals. They take it out there and turn it to product and bring it back to sell it to us. In fact, we go and bring our minerals back into product and sell it. They say a curious cow that crosses the sea comes back as a corned beef. So we are buying corned beef when we are the shepherds. And the sad story is that the sheep has spent all his life running away from the wolf, only to be killed by the shepherd in the end. So I must say that is our leadership that is pulling us into this crisis. And we need to change it. We need to be the deciders. We need to be the ones that are empowering leadership in this country. See, I don't want to become a president because I'm intelligent or smart. I want to become a president because you made me become a president. I want my power to come from you. I want you to empower me. And when I'm on the seat, I need to remember that it's because of you. It's because of your thumb. It's because of you believe in me. That's why I'm sitting on the chair, and therefore I have to serve you. I think the new Ghana, we are supposed to start a new nation by putting our citizens first. And on this note, I think that a lot of people have doubts about my capacity and my ability. But one thing I can assure you is that I will not allow my capacity to undermine my ability. Neither would I let my ability undermine my capacity. I am here because I want you to understand this. I know certain things that I know that it will help our generation. And I've been talking about industrialization. I know people want me to break it down, but it's also what is going to bring us our economic freedom. We need to take this very serious, that governance is going to determine our future. If we have a bad national governance, our hopes will be cancelled. Our future will be blurry. And we wouldn't know what we're doing if we are educating our children without educating them about our minerals and our resources, without adding value to humanity, to see what taxpayers' money can be invested in and how it can help develop the country and assist the able and the unable people, disabled people as well. And on this reason, I would still like to urge Ghanaians and the young people that we should stand together and ask the EC to open the gates for continuous registration. The future of this youth is very, very, very important. Democracy thrives when every eligible citizen has the opportunity to vote. I'd like to repeat this. Democracy thrives when every eligible citizen has the opportunity to vote. This is why I'm calling for a continuous vote registration. This is the time this change is coming. But of course, I know hands down, if these doors are open also, I would dip into this polls. Because I definitely believe in the youth out there, and they also believe in the mindset that I have. And for that reason, well, I wouldn't say that we're being restricted, but we believe that there will be a great change if these polls and doors are open for continuous registration. Not to say that they haven't also given us some continuous registration, but it was 3 days. And after that, I think they're saying they're going to give us another 3 days from the 1st to August. After advocating for the last time, it went from 27th to 30th. I want to tell EC that we appreciate that support. But please consider the youth. Consider 5,000 children, 10,000, 100,000, a million children in this country who are going to turn 18 from June to November, that we are resisting them, disenfranchising them from their democratic rights. What are these million people going to become? Are they also going to run away? Are they going to be exported out of the country, as we have made all the Western world exported the best of our talents to fix the same minerals they've extracted from us so we can go and buy it back? I came here to stop this. I think it's the best way for us to go forward. It's to manufacture our own. It's to industrialize our own. I intend to make Ghana becoming the next biggest exportation power, the exporting hub of Africa. Now picture just Takrady or Western region having to sell cocoa butter, shampoo, everything that you buy from goods outside, everything that you're buying from jewelry, everything that you're buying from oil, petrol, fuel. Picture us distributing to all African countries. And picture Ghana having a development, the biggest park in this country that attracts all Africans to come here for tourism. Picture us making Ghana the center of attraction and also the best corner for transit, like Dubai is doing. Dubai is a corner of the earth, but it made it the middle of the world, and everybody is going through that. And therefore, their investment, their development is growing rapidly. I have this vision for Ghana through industrialization. But first, I'm urging the nation to stand up, and let's stand up for our right. Let's support the vision of making sure we fight for this youth, we fight for the people of Ghana, so they can educate democracy properly with these people and let them know their rights, and we go ahead and have a transparent voting system without corruption. See, a power that is won with rights would be a leader that would lead with a great vision. But a power that is undermined by political principles would be a program that would disappoint a nation. We don't want to be disappointed nations anymore. We want to grow. We want to be developed. We want our children to have a future. And we don't want them to run away anymore. We want them to stay with us. We want our country developed so other people will move into our country. Because if your country is not developed, then people would come and take what they think is best for themselves and leave the country. But once it's developed and it's a good place to raise their children, to have a great job, and to live here, everybody is welcome. We need a system that allows citizens to register to vote anytime, ensuring that no one disenfranchised due to the arbitrary deadlines. Continuous voter registration will empower more Ghanaians to participate in the electoral process, especially the youth and those in remote areas. By making voter registration an ongoing process, we can strengthen our democracy and ensure our elections truly reflect with the will of the people. Thank you. And the will of the people should be equally important to us as the demand and supply of this nation. First, let's put them in a good position. Now that I've been able to address the continuous registration and provisional certificates and my intentions of going forward, I know some of you would like to ask me a question, that if I have the guts. Someone's phone is calling, but I know some of you would want to ask me some questions about the new force. The new force have a new billboard out and a new campaign, and I'm sure you've all seen it.
Jabu for say o mayati asese aka easy nkwa na chiso peso ye na adwuma easy nkwa na chiso mo hwe nanim say o de mandate ne bema omo na chese say de yetima to ye Cheddar so aba ama omama ne mandate no anase omama na konya ne say ono so entimi mestane as candidate ni bi na chese yen so yen vote on ono no Cheddar e say easy na chese na nakwa mbedi akon and the new force hwe animu say Obama omo akonya no anase wonnanum nanim ebeba ballot paper no so na chese amanfo enso atimi ato no so aba na ono so atimi abewuli Ghana ama chese bibia akoso totin ntime so me so so hwe video no obe like am na afi so wa kire wa adwen comment section wona so yahu adwen a so odwen efa video yi hu uwi a na wo video no so ama foforo enso ensa aka bia ha Ghcelebs TV.